Okay, it's the solstice, so I'm recording again. Chonkers, Professor West, Christmas Goat, Sluggy. I'm the Living God Amun Ra. My name is Jack. So I wanted... It's getting close to Halloween, so I wanted to talk more, of course, about werewolves. Now, I don't claim that I've ever had an actual werewolf encounter, but I have had a werewolf encounter scenario. So I was driving the cab. I was a cab driver in Portland, Oregon for 3 years, driving at night. Halloween. It was Halloween night, which is one of the big nights. And so Halloween night, and I'm in Portland, and I get a call, and like at 3 a.m. I get a call as a medical run. It's someone going to dialysis. 3 a.m. Way down in Estacada. You look at a map. You gotta go down this quite a ways south of Portland to Estacada, and I get there, and well, now it's kind of goofy because it's the first time I've ever been there. This guy is doing this every day, but that's the first time I've ever been there, so I don't know where he gets picked up. And very often there's very individual particulars, like they'll have the address there, but they get picked up somewhere, and it's like a small like apartment complex or something. But I'm in this big giant parking lot. And again, it's 3 a.m. There's nobody else around. And middle of this giant parking lot, and suddenly there's this big weird dog, and all I can think about it later. It keeps ringing in my head. Weird dog. That's because it doesn't now. I'm no wolf expert. I don't, but I've been fascinated by wolves my whole life in an embarrassing kind of sidelong way, because I've been actually fascinated by werewolves, and so wolves are actually cooler. They're real. They're neat. They're hyper intelligent. They're great. Everything's great about them. I was just a nerdy kid, but I accidentally started to get a handle on their form a little bit better, more than just like National Geographic, picture these beauty pictures on posters and calendars. Well, wolves are a lot of times, kind of lanky and kind of goofy looking, and they're big. So I've seen them a bunch, and then when I was living with a commune in San Francisco when I was 16, there was a, or maybe they received a wolf hybrid pup in exchange for some computer work they did. It was very weird. I would have suggested otherwise. The wolf needs a lot more room in the city, but I got I got to help raise this. Professor, you've been drinking. What's going on here? Hang on. Whoa! Hold on. I thought I was the one getting drunk, but everybody else is a little bit disbalanced. Let's see here. This is supposed to be a says salty caramel whiskey. Kind of like ice cream. Light on the booze. Where was I? Weird dog. And I'm looking at the thing, and I can't get a handle on it doesn't look right on a lot of levels. Like, okay, how like and it's kind of like it's got like my brain is kind of going, is this a German Shepherd? And the German Shepherd, how they slope in the back where their back legs are short. It's not doing that. I'm not getting that. But then like the ears, I'm looking at the ears, and they're different than a lot of dog ears. I can't quite figure them. They're definitely pointing up. And this thing, it ain't acting like a normal dog. It ain't acting like a wild animal. And And for all the world, man, it's out there, and I'm in the cab, so I'm just, idling. The lights are on because I'm looking for this guy, but brakes are on, and windows are up, and the thing is out there, and it's maybe, man, the thing must be like 10 feet away from the cab, and it's just looking at me, and I don't want to say it doesn't seem, it seems collected, it seems calm, and I guess the only word for that is confident, in a way that I'm not familiar with animals acting around humans. It's looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and I'm laughing at myself, how kind of unnerved it's making me, and so I lower the window, just crack, and I'm telling myself, not going to hit the door lock button. I'm not going to hit it, because you get it makes it, you can hear all. There's no reason to. The thing doesn't have hands. It can't get in the cab. I am being weird. And this thing is like, and it pulls this weird fucking move. It does this. It's looking at me, and it looks one side, looks the other side, looks back at me again. Jesus fucking Christ now. I don't know what that is. It was not in any way. It was not in any way nervous. It really felt like it was kind of figure out what to do about me. And I'm not confident I was prepared for it. And it was at that moment, though, I hear across the parking lot and see way off in the distance underneath like a little light by a door, by a little set of steps. There's an old guy, and he's cranky as hell. He's waving a cane at me because I'm futzing around. We're late for his we're late getting started for his appointment. And so right. So I snap out of it, and I go to just kind of pull away from this weird dog, and I can't, because it's walking very casually right in front of the cab, and it's so close to the front of the headlights that the headlights are like glaring off of its fur, like it's just inches away from the headlights, and inches away from the headlights, its back is over the hood. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, that thing is big, and it as slow and ambling and casually as it can, finally, gets away from the cab, and so I pull away from it and cross the parking lot, and I get to that guy, and he starts, yelling at me that, and I say, hey, I'm sorry. I'm like, hey, did you see that weird dog over there? And he says something that's the most ridiculous thing I could have, I wouldn't have thought anybody would ever say. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. He said, well, was it a dog or a wolf? And I told him, are there fucking wolves around here? I thought all the wolves were killed off back in the 1800s. He insisted, no, they come into that area. I looked it up. They sure shit do. So, what did I run into? Was this a weird, was this somebody's dog that has wolf blood in it? Was it a strange, hybrid? Was it a wolf? Was it a wolf? Just wanted? Why? Man, what the hell? And I drop him off, and I'm cruising back. It's like, wait a minute, it's like 3 a.m. Halloween night. I believe it was, in fact, a full moon. Weird dog. Jesus Christ. You couldn't have asked for a better werewolf encounter scenario. I don't claim he was a werewolf. Listen, I'm also not claiming I haven't sipped rainwater out of the paw print of a wolf, but Come on, Your Honor. I mean, who among us hasn't, right? It's just werewolf encounter scenario. Happy equinox. I think is it equinox? Yeah, equal night, right? I think so.